This is the Irish and Celtic Music Podcast, show number 743. Welcome to the Irish and Celtic Music Podcast, helping you celebrate Celtic culture through music. I am Mark Gunn. I am a Celtic musician and also host of Pub Songs and Stories. Every story has a song. Every episode is a toast to Celtic and folk songwriters. Discover the stories behind the songs from the heart of the Celtic pub scene. New episodes should be coming out in February, so stay tuned. This podcast is for fans of all kinds of Celtic music. We are here to build a diverse Celtic community and help the incredible artists who so generously share their music with you. If you hear music you love, please email the artists. Let them know you heard them on the Irish and Celtic Music Podcast. These musicians are not part of some corporation. They are small indie groups that rely on people just like you to support their music so they can keep creating it. Please show your generosity. Buy a CD, album, pen, shirt, digital download, or join their community on Patreon. You can find a link to all the artists in the show notes along with showtimes when you visit our website at CelticMusicPodcast.com or when you email follow@bestcelticmusic.net. We have a Kickstarter that is currently running. It's running until January 30th. The initial goal was to fund our 2025 Best of the Irish and Celtic Music Podcast album. It's called Emerald Wave. Happily, that goal was reached within 3 days of the start of the campaign, so I'm just thrilled beyond belief about that. But now we have a secondary stretch goal to fund the Irish and Celtic Music Podfest and Arts Market. This is a one-day music festival and arts market that will take place on Sunday, March 8th, 2026 at the Lost Druid Brewery in Avondale Estates, Georgia. It's just 15 minutes from downtown Atlanta. There are 4 bands performing at the festival. I'm there as one. I'm doing one solo show. I'm also having one played by my band with May Will Bloom. That's the one where my daughter Inara takes the lead. And as I mentioned last week, Kinfolk will join us as well. But the final band performing at the festival, I am happy to announce, is a 3-piece version of the Muckers, our local Celtic punk band. They will complete the lineup. You can find details on our Facebook page or follow on Patreon. Now, my next goal is to raise $3,200 more so that all of the bands are paid a decent wage and to promote our first ever Celtic festival. One of the things I have found performing at festivals is there are some of these huge festivals and they pay the artists very little. And it's, to me, is very sad. So my goal is to have a festival that pays a decent wage. It's one of the reasons why I only have 3 bands, or 4 bands, I guess, if you include the one with my daughter. But my goal is to make sure that Kinfolk and the Muckers are well paid. And I get paid a little bit, too, from performing. That is more difficult than you can possibly imagine, since the pay for musicians hasn't really risen in the last at least 25 years when I first started. It's pretty much the same. So add in inflation and now the tariffs, and you can imagine how much more difficult it is. So I could really use your help. Again, the goal is to raise $3,200 more. We still have 8 days to go, but to that end, I added 3 new rewards for Kickstarter. Each is a chance to sponsor individual bands at the festival. And when you do, you'll get one of the first album pins from each of these amazing Celtic bands. That's because we are also highlighting album pins at the festival. This is going to be the first festival where all the bands have album pins. As just another great means to promote the music of bands. And of course, for those who don't know, our album pins are wooden lapel pins themed to a particular album released by a band. The buyer gets a digital download of the album, then they can wear their album. Again, there are 8 days left on this Kickstarter, so please make a pledge to support Celtic culture through music. We kicked off the show today with Nerea the Fiddler from Kitchen Music from her album Off the Beaten Path. Next up is Socks in the Frying Pan with Willy Ann's Waltz, one of the best bands from 2025, and they will be on the compilation. And this is from their album Waiting for Inspiration.
barren life, I know it right well. It's a fool's paradise, the truth I will tell. When you're caught in the storm between heaven and hell, you pray just to see one more morn. But likewise on land, there's hardships galore. Poor innocent sailors end up sick and sore. There's horrible things that can happen ashore, and you'll wish that you'd never been born. Yes, you'll wish that you'd never been born.
There's not but trouble on the shore for a sailor boy like me.
Back to sea where we belong, away from women, wine and song, drunk as skunks and money gone. When will we ever learn?
On the shore we take our ease, spending money as you please. Thank God it's just a 3-day leave, we couldn't take much more.
Back to sea where we belong, away from women, wine and song, drunk as skunks and money gone. When will we ever learn?
All the lassies love us so, they cling to us, the whiskey flows, have us sailors well in tow till we return to sea.
Back to sea where we belong, away from women, wine and song, drunk as skunks and money gone. When will we ever learn?
Stormy seas and living gales make the strongest spirit fail. Irish sailors hard as nails, that's what we tell ourselves.
Back to sea where we belong, away from women, wine and song, drunk as skunks and money gone. When will we ever learn?
So take heed, all ye sailors who venture ashore. Beware of the pitfalls that might be in store. With the lassies and the drinking, you'll be tattered and torn. You'd be safer at sea in a storm. Oh, much safer at sea in a storm.
Where we belong, away from women, wine and song, drunk as skunks and money gone. When will we ever learn? Back to sea where we belong, away from women, wine and song, drunk as skunks and money gone. When will we ever learn?
tirer la courte paille, pas nous tirer la courte paille. Pour savoir qui j'aime l'homme, on arrivera, pour savoir qui serait manger. La courte paille tombe sur le chef, la courte paille tombe sur le chef. C'est ce qu'on a moi, j'ai ma maman, Nahila, c'est ce qu'on a moi qui serait mangé. Oh non, sinon, mon capitana, oh non, sinon, mon capitana. L'âme pour vous, j'ai ma maman, Nahila, l'âme pour vous, j'en jurerai. Si tu l'endurais, sans taquido, j'ai ma maman arriva, sans taquido, je te donnerai. Ou bien ma fille, un mariage, ou bien ma fille, un mariage. Courage à mes enfants, courage. Je vois la tête de ma maman, je vois la tête de tous côtés.
After Socks in the Frying Pan came Shannon Heaton with Tattered Wings from Perfect Maze. Then the Irish Rovers with Back to Sea from No End in Sight. And we finished up the set with Boxing Robin with Andro, Trois Matelots du Port de Brest from The View from Here. I want your feedback. What are you doing today while listening to the podcast? Send a written comment along with a picture of what you are doing, or a band that you saw, or a new CD that you heard. Send it to follow@bestcelticmusic.net. Peradur messaged on Facebook, was just wondering, what are your views on Irish or Scottish songs that are all written by human, not AI, but the song is then sung by AI? I love this question. This is a very contemporary issue with the world, and I've been spent this last year thinking a lot about artificial intelligence, and for one, what I want to do with my own music. What I have ultimately decided is that I do not have any problem with anyone, either writing a song with AI and a Celtic song with AI, or creating music that has AI singing that song. Does it mean I will play it on the podcast? Not necessarily. If I recognize AI, I'm unlikely to do anything about it. My goal is to help independent musicians, and as a songwriter myself, especially the songwriters. So I want to see more songs written by Celtic musicians, more songs sung by Celtic musicians, real people that I can help out. Because that's really what this podcast is about. It's about helping out these artists. And if it's all created by AI, that's really not, I don't feel like that's helping the artists at all. It's helping AI, and that's just not my goal. So feel free. If that's you, or if you know someone who's creating music like that, more power to them. But I got a track recently that someone sent me, and it really sounded like it was written by AI. Maybe not, because honestly, even then it wasn't that good, but it was just the production. I didn't like the production, and it was just one of those things that gave me a little cringe feeling. So I ended up deciding to pass on that for the podcast. And that's a personal preference. I have long said that Celtic music is whatever you want to call it. If you think you're playing Celtic music, great, send it to me. Doesn't mean I will play it, but I am happy to listen and see if it's something that I feel like you as my audience would like to hear. So There you go. Gary Hattel emailed, Dear Mark, I am very pleased to be able to support the Irish and Celtic Music Podcast in even this small way. When I think of where I spend money and what value I get in return, it's an easy choice, as your show easily provides entertainment, sustenance in a troubled world, and joy to those of us who appreciate this artistry. I've been listening to your music since I stumbled upon it decades ago, and I appreciate both the variety and the evolution from the traditional to the more modern. You do keep it fresh. My wife is a classical musician, although she has played in every genre and appreciates good music in any form. We are also great fans of Celtic culture in general, and truly enjoyed our travels in Ireland and Scotland. We often contemplate a move there, especially in this unhappy and dangerous political climate. So my go-to formats at home or driving are those two, classical music and Celtic music. I am the grandchild of immigrants from 4 different countries, and my paternal grandfather's ancestry goes back to the Scottish-English borders for hundreds of years, eventually ending up in London, Cockney of all things. I guess it's in my blood. I truly look forward to each week's offering and play it while on my computer doing yard work, dog walking, and reading on these cold, dark nights, sipping something amber, dogs at my feet, a novel in my hands, reading Bernard Cornwell, historical novels of the setting of England during the Norse period under King Alfred, warms the soul and eases strife in these troubled times. Lastly, I appreciate your take on climate and billionaires. I come from hard-working progressive stock. I enjoy hearing your music and the Patreon app. Please keep up the brilliant work and the pleasure you bring to all of us. May your house always be too small to accommodate all your friends. Gary Hattel. Thank you so much, Gary. I appreciate you sharing your background. I love hearing the stories of how you got into the podcast and our history, because it is our history that informs our future. It makes us decide what is most important. I love my Celtic culture. It does not consume every aspect of my life, but it is very important to me. And the music especially is something that I consider huge. It's the reason I keep putting out this podcast each and every week, and why I also have one now, Pub Songs and Stories, which is a little bit more focused on songwriting. All of it comes together to celebrate Celtic culture through music. So I appreciate you helping me in that journey. Patreon is just an amazing way to keep all of this fresh, alive, and vibrant. So thank you. All right, let's get back to the music. Next up is Whiskey Faithful with Whiskey in the Jar from a single they released.
As I was going over the bonny Glencoe mountains, I met with Captain Stewart as his money he was counting. Well, first I drew my pistol, and then I drew my rapier. Said stand and deliver, for my name is Jesse Napier. Muttering never-do-never-da, whack fold laddie-o, whack fold laddie-o, there's whiskey in the jar. I emptied out his sporran and it left me with a pile. I stashed it in my knapsack and I took it home to Isla. She promised and she swore that she never would betray me. But the devil take that lady, for you know it would be easy. Muttering never-do-never-da, whack fold laddie-o, whack fold laddie-o, there's whiskey in the jar. Was later in the gloam, and as I grew tired and weary, I soon would fall asleep and met with dreams so dark and dreary. For Isla turned me into a station up at Starling, and sent for Captain Stewart to my doorstep bright and early. Muttering never-do-never-da, whack fold laddie-o, whack fold laddie-o, there's whiskey in the jar. Was early in the morning as the sun rose over Glenhead. Up came old Captain Stewart and his bloody gang of henchmen. Well, first I drew my pistol, for she'd stolen away my rapier. But it's hard to shoot a pistol with no bullets in the chamber. Muttering never-do-never-da, whack fold laddie-o, whack fold laddie-o, there's whiskey in the jar. If anyone can save me, it's my cousin from the borders. If he would set me free, we could storm the captain's quarters. And when we've got our loot, we both go reeving down in cavers. I'm sure he'd treat me better, for old Isla is a traitor. Muttering never-do-never-da, whack fold laddie-o, whack fold laddie-o, there's whiskey in the jar. Muttering never-do-never-da, whack fold laddie-o, whack fold laddie-o, there's whiskey in the jar.
hockey cartoon. She sharply knew took all was going. She loaded a hockey cartoon. Coolest na doon vovrin na boa korpatala no isanta she loaded a hockey cartoon. She sharply knew took all was going. She loaded a hockey cartoon. Goodness and days complaining Nikes can Gina Kitayas before corruption. She loaded a hockey cartoon. She sharply knew hooks all is going. She loaded a hockey cartoon.
springtime, always in her time, knowing what is destined she owns. Someday mother and crow, always in her time, wild maiden, wild in the spring. All that she prays, always know what's inside her grows, springs on the floor. Wild maiden comes to me in the springtime, always in her time, knowing what is destined she owns. Someday mother and crow, always in her time, wild maiden, balance the things in her time, while knowing when autumn is in the air, she will rise, find a place to prepare. Spring in the season,
Spring water that breaks from freezing.
she will rise. Wild maiden comes to me in the springtime, always in her time, knowing what is destined she owns. Someday mother and crow, always in her time, wild maiden. She will rise.
After Whiskey Faithful came Mary Beth Carty with Challuinn. That was from a single that she just released. Then came Michael Joseph Ulery with All I Really Needed from his album Mild November. And we finished up the set with Blackwillow Starling. That was Wild Maiden from Blackwillow Starling. Thank you so much, patrons of the podcast. Because of generous patrons like you, the Irish and Celtic Music Podcast releases new episodes nearly every single week. Your support doesn't just fund the show, it fuels a movement. It helps us share the magic of Celtic music with thousands of new listeners and grow a global community of Celtic music lovers. Your contributions pay for everything behind the scenes, audio engineering, stunning graphics, weekly issues of the Celtic Music magazine, show promotion, and most importantly, buying the music we feature from indie Celtic artists. If you're not yet a member, you're missing out. Patrons get early access to episodes, music-only editions, free MP3 downloads, exclusive stories and artist interviews, and a vote in the Celtic Top 20. Join us today and help keep the music alive, vibrant, and independent. A special thanks to our new and continued patrons of the podcast, Jerry Core. Thank you so much, Jerry. We're definitely looking for some new patrons. And of course, if you're supporting us at Kickstarter, I really appreciate that as well. Here is your 3-step plan to support the podcast. Number 1, go to our Patreon page. Number 2, decide how much you want to pledge every month. $4, $12, $25. Number 3, keep listening to the Irish and Celtic Music Podcast to celebrate Celtic culture through music. You can become a generous patron of the podcast on Patreon at songhenge.com. CaliCeltic is up next with Hotaling's Whiskey from their album Whiskey Mustache. I incidentally, speaking of pub songs and stories, I have a story from them coming very soon, so stay tuned for that. Here's CaliCeltic.
If, as they say, God spanked the town for being over frisky, why did he burn the churches down and say Hotaling's whiskey? Parsons built the place back in '66 for travelers to rest their heads, but those notions didn't stick. He came here for the gold at the age of 24, but soon traded out his shovel to work at Griffin's liquor store.
And though he didn't find his wealth by digging in the ground, Anson hit the mother lode as he liquored up the town.
If, as they say, God spanked the town for being over frisky, why did he burn the churches down and save Hotaling's whiskey? If, as they say, God spanked the town for being over frisky, why did he burn the churches down and save Hotaling's whiskey? 17 years gone, lit up the western shore.
But Hotaling made the kind of gold a thirsty man could pour.
So for 40 years on Jackson Street,
a whiskey warehouse master stroke,
until April 1
when the Golden Gate
was buried in black smoke.
A quake and then a fire roared throughout the town.
Though it turned the world to ash, it couldn't burn that warehouse down. If, as they say, God spanked the town for being over frisky, why did he burn the churches down and save Hotaling's whiskey? If, as they say, God spanked the town for being over frisky, why did he burn the churches down and save Hotaling's whiskey? Three times was saved the warehouse. The first was by a man hacking off the rooftop cornices as they smoldered in his hand.
Second time salvation, 11 blocks to Jackson Street. Seawater and a fire hose, all for the flames to beat.
A third and final grace is owed to a brave bucket brigade, filling buckets from the sewer to sling the muck on to the blaze. And though the air filled with the stink, the men did raise a cheer. We've saved Hotaling's whiskey with the product of our rear. If, as they say, God spanked the town for being over frisky, why did he burn the churches down and save Hotaling's whiskey? If, as they say, God spanked the town for being over frisky, why did he burn the churches down and save Hotaling's whiskey? Say God spanked the town for being over frisky, why did he burn the churches down and save Hotaling's whiskey? If, as they say, God spanked the town for being over frisky, why did he burn the churches down and save Hotaling's whiskey? If, as they say, God spanked the town for being over frisky, why did he burn the churches down and save Hotaling's whiskey? If, as they say, God spanked the town for being over frisky, why did he burn the churches down and save Hotaling's whiskey?
Some say I got things the wrong way around. Had a corporate dream that could not be found. So I packed my guitar and ditched my pride. Got it back to front, but I'm doing fine. Mercy me, mercy you, I pity you. My blinkers have gone away. Mercy me, mercy you, don't pity me. No blinkers have allowed me to see. So here I am, not quite straight edge, to wear my heart up on my sleeve. We're here for real, we're not make-believe. Mercy me, mercy you, I pity you. My blinkers have gone away. Mercy me, mercy you, don't pity me. No blinkers have allowed me to see. Mercy me, mercy you, I pity you. My blinkers have gone away. Mercy me, mercy you, don't pity me. No blinkers have allowed me to see. You gotta open up and keep it real, and find your place on this magic wheel. Take the hand you're dealt, run with what you get, and all I hope is we're well met. Mercy me, mercy you, I pity you. My blinkers have gone away. Mercy me, mercy you, don't pity me. No blinkers have allowed me to see. No blinkers have allowed me to see. No blinkers have allowed me to see.
nothing left to say. Your edges fade away into a dream. You move around the room. This darkened afternoon, I'm over you. And then it all falls down. Yeah, it all falls down. And it gets faster as you're spinning me around. Then the siren starts to call. It's taking over me like a sailor to the sea, like a sailor to the sea. In the night I hear you there. I'm lost but so aware of this past. My heart, it starts to break. And the love we used to make, how could it last? And then it all falls down. Yeah, it all falls down. And it gets faster as you're spinning me around. Then the siren starts to call. It's taking over me like a sailor to the sea, like a sailor to the sea. Do you have the heart to make it through you? Without you I am lost. Please come home to me. Do you have the heart to make it through you? Without you I am lost. Please come home to me. Do you have the heart to make it through you? Without you I am lost. Please come home to me. Like a sailor to the sea.
After CaliCeltic came Hugh Morrison with Blinkers from Lift Your Head Up, then Jiggy with a new single that is Dekho, and we finish up the set with the Far North Sailor and the Sea from their album Songs for Weathering Storms. Thank you so much for listening each and every week. It really means, truly means a lot to me. And if you enjoy the music you hear, if there's a track that really resonated with you, or many tracks, make sure you go vote in the Celtic Top 20 to help us figure out what's going to be the best of 2026. You could have 3 weeks to vote, and you can vote for as many songs as you want in each episode. So head on over there, cast your vote right now. While you're there, you can also sign up to our Celtic Music magazine to get a little bit more of Celtic culture through music. We're going to finish up the show with SeaStar. Auld Lang Syne makes a good closure for the show. It's a single that they just released. I think that means that SeaStar might have some new music coming soon, so I can't wait to hear that. I look forward to sharing more with you next week. And I hope you have a wonderful Robert Burns Day, which is on the 25th of January. So enjoy. Thank you so much. Sláinte.
Should old acquaintance be forgot and never brought to mind? Should old acquaintance be forgot and days of Auld Lang Syne? For Auld Lang Syne, my dear, for Auld Lang Syne. days of Auld Lang Syne. We Trois had run up out the braes and pulled the gowans fine. We wanted money a weary foot since days of Auld Lang Syne. We Trois sported in the burn frae morning sun till dine, but seas between us bray hae roared since days of Auld Lang Syne. For Auld Lang Syne, my dear, for Auld Lang Syne, we'll take a cup of kindness yet for days of Auld Lang Syne. Trusty fear and gaze a hand o' thine. We'll take a right good Willy walk for Auld Lang Syne. For Auld Lang Syne, my dear, for Auld Lang Syne, we'll take a cup of kindness yet for Auld Lang Syne.
Support for this program comes from Hank Woodward. Support for this program comes from Dr. Annie Lorkowski of Centennial Animal Hospital in Corona, California. Support for this program comes from international speaker Joseph Dumond, teaching the ancient roots of the Gaelic people. Learn more about their origins at sightedmoon.com. Support for this program comes from Cascadia Cross-Border Law Group, creating transparent borders for more than 25 years, serving Alaska and the world. Find out more at CascadiaLawAlaska.com. The Irish and Celtic Music Podcast was produced by Mark Gunn, the Celt Father, and our patrons on Patreon. The show was edited by Mitchell Peterson with graphics by Miranda Nelson Designs. Visit our website to follow the show. You'll find a link to all the artists played in this episode. Todd Wiley is the editor of the Celtic Music Magazine. Subscribe to get 34 Celtic MP3s for free. Plus, you'll get 7 weekly news items about what's happening with Celtic music and culture online. Best of all, you will connect with your Celtic heritage. Please tell one friend about this podcast. Word of mouth is the absolute best way to support any creative endeavor. Finally, remember, clean energy isn't just good for the planet. It's good for your wallet. Solar and wind are now the cheapest power sources in history, but too many politicians would rather protect billionaires than help working families save on their bills. Real change starts when we stop allowing the ultra-rich to write our energy policy and run our government. Let's choose affordable, renewable power. Clean energy means lower costs, more freedom, and a planet that can actually breathe. Promote Celtic culture through music at CelticMusicPodcast.com.